Hello everyone. In our last sessions, we discussed about Process and Object Studio. Today we are going to discuss about Application Modeler, which is a subcomponent of Object Studio. Application Modeler helps us to interact with different application types like Windows applications, Java-based, browser-based, and mainframe applications by using the different SPI modes available in Blue Prism. In order to interact with Application Modeler, we need an object. Let's create the object first. Here click on objects, click on create object and give a proper name for your object. While giving a name to your object, make sure that you are following a naming convention. The ideal naming convention will be like application name and purpose of that object. In this video, we are going to interact with training order system application. So I am giving a name as training order system hyphen basic. Click on next. Here provide a description of your object and click on finish. I'll show you which application we are going to automate now. I have one application called TOS which was provided by Blue Prism for learning purpose. I installed TOS application in my machine. When you open this application, you can see here staff number, password and sign in buttons. We have a generic credentials to log into this application. Their staff number is admin and password also admin. By using these credentials, you can log into this application. Now let's go back to the Object Studio and we'll start automating this application there. Open the application modeler. Here you can leave the name as it is. The second one is share the application model of another object. This allows us to use the object model that is present in your environment. If you want to see the shared application modelers in your environment, just click on here. And in this drop down, you will get the shared application modelers in your environment. Here select the define a new application model and click on next. These are all the application types that Blue Prism supports. If there are any mainframe applications you want to interact with, you can use the mainframe application here. So right now the application which we are about to automate is TOS, which is a window based application. So I am selecting here Windows applications and click on next. Here there are two options are there. One is my application is launched from an executable file. If you have a file that has to be launched by using the exe file, at that time we'll use this first option. For example, MS Word, MS Excel, calculator, these all are exe files. You can select the second option if the application you want to interact with starts automatically along with Windows. In this case, we have to manually start the application, so that I am going to click on first option and click on next. And here is where you want to enter the path of the application which you want to automate. Either you can copy the path from here by holding shift and right click and select copy as path and go to Blue Prism. Here paste the path. Remove the double quotes. And another way is here click on browse. Here select the application and click on open. Here you can see the application path and click on next and click on next. Click on next here and click on next. Here leave it as embedded default and click on next. Click on finish. This is the elementary panel where you can see all the elements that you aspired. And this is the element properties panel and this is the attribute panel. Here we can see the configuration settings. This is an empty element which will be added by default. We can rename it and we can use it to spy the elements. To spy an element, first we need the application to be open. So for that, click on launch here. This will open up the application. You can see the application open here. Now I'll show you how to spy the staff number, password and sign in button and sign in window here. First we need to spy the window of any application. If you observe here, this button has changed from launch to identify. Here select the element 1 and click on identify. Here you can see the spy mode window. In Blue Prism we have different spy modes. Win32 is a spy mode which will be used to spy the Windows elements. Whereas for web applications we'll be having browser mode. Like same way to interact with Java based applications we'll be having Java mode. Apart from this, there is another spy mode which are applicable for any type of applications. They are UIA and AA mode and region mode. Region mode is used to interact with image based applications. To switch between different spy modes, we can use the Alt button. To select the element, scroll the cursor and you can see a red color border highlighting the element. Now click on Ctrl and left click to capture this element. Now rename this element. The element name should be element type. This is a window and element name. Here we have to select the appropriate attribute matches and click on apply. And here click on highlight. You can see the window is highlighting now. Make sure to select only these properties as what I am showing while you are practicing. In the coming sessions, we'll be going deep into these concepts. Here click on child, click on identify, spy the staff member and password both. Here I am giving a name as text box, staff member. I spied the all elements in sign in window. Click on apply and click on OK. These are the steps how to configure your application modeler and how to spy the elements in your target application. This is for today's session. Thank you for watching.